All right, hey everybody, and welcome to Zenfolio Live. I'm Robert with Zenfolio Customer Support, and thanks for joining us here on the live Q&A. Now, I do want to make sure you guys are able to hear me okay. I have a new microphone set up, and I know that the audio wasn't playing on the intro, so hopefully you guys are able to hear me. If you can hear me, just give me a big thumbs up and let me know, or say something in chat. But today we are talking about selling special edits and limited time prints. So what we're going to talk about is I'm going to show you how to set up a client gallery with a client group so that you can have two separate galleries. And if you do any special edits or things like that, you can offer those to your clients in a different price point. And also you can offer them for a limited time by setting up one of those galleries to expire. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Before we get into that, I do want to say a very happy anniversary to my beautiful wife. We have been married for 9 years yesterday. So happy anniversary, dear. I love you. And thank you for putting up with me for so long. All right, let's go ahead. And also today what we're going to be talking about is, and some things I do want to point out is the client free client marketing that's coming up. So I know we've talked about this a couple of times in the live stream, and there's the Black Friday sale that's coming up, and then there's also the Cyber Monday sale that's coming up. So the Black Friday sale is it's November 10th. And the last day to enroll in the Black Friday, sorry, I get these all confused. The last day to enroll in the Black Friday sale is on November 10th. The promotion is 30% off. There's no order minimum. It's open to US, Canada, UK. And you can see right here, there's a really cool graphic that our marketing team has actually created. You can actually download these graphics and share them on your social media networks. If you go to the link in the description of the live stream right now, you can actually download this graphic. And then you can also download the one for Cyber Monday, which Cyber Monday is coming up as well. The last day to enroll or leave in that Cyber Monday is on the 11th. So you have to be enrolled in it or not enrolled in it by then for the promotion to go out. And I'm going to show you guys where at in your Zenfolio account you can check to make sure that you are enrolled or not enrolled. And then we'll talk about the rest of the content about setting up and selling those special edits and limited time prints and things like that. So let me go ahead and just jump over here. And guys, if this is your first time viewing, thanks for hanging out with us here on the live stream. Make sure you click that subscribe button. We do these every Thursday and then every Wednesday. So yesterday, actually, we put out new video tutorials. Now, we've got some really cool stuff coming up for you guys next year on our YouTube channel that you do not want to miss out. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if it's your first time watching, say hi to the chat. Let us know where you're from. If you're a longtime viewer, then just say, hey, let us know you're here hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys coming back and talking with us and hanging out with us during these live streams. But in order to make sure that you're engaged in, in order to make sure that you're enrolled in these free client marketing, what you want to do is you want to go in your account, go to setting, and go to selling right here. And over on the left-hand side, you're going to see where it says free client marketing right here. So you want to click on this, and this is going to tell you all about these automatic campaigns that you can roll in where we actually market to your clients on your behalf to help you boost those holiday sales. So you can come down here and check the enroll in all right here, or you can scroll on down here and you can pick and choose which campaign you want to enroll in. You can get more details about the campaign, so you can see the last time that you can enroll or leave by. You can also see what day we're actually going to send out those emails and things like that. And you can see all of this year's campaigns just by scrolling down on that page. Now, if you're going to enroll in those, definitely two links that you need to check out is the preparedness checklist link right here. That way you can make sure that you have your price list set up and everything is looking good on your end and things like that. Now, the other thing you want to do is check out this 2017 Zenfolio client campaign page. Here is where you are actually going to, go and be able to see the campaigns coming up. You'll be able to see previews of the emails. Let me just open it up and show you guys. So we go here and open this in a new tab, you actually can come down and read a lot more about the client campaigns, how they work. But then you can scroll down here. You can actually see previews of the emails that are going to be sent out to your clients. So here's the Black Friday. If we go here and view sample, you can preview these emails. It's going to look like that graphic that I showed you. And this is where you can also download the graphic and download the campaign overview here as well. So definitely a great resource to check out if you're using those free client marketing campaigns, which I definitely recommend that you should definitely take advantage of those, because it's free marketing that you don't even have to lift a finger to, and you're going to get some nice sales throughout the holidays on those. All right, let me jump back to the dashboard here really quick. And some of you guys, depending on when you created your account, my dashboard might look just a little bit different than what you're seeing or what you're used to seeing. I've got kind of a hybrid dashboard here. So I've got two different dashboards. I've got the quick start, and then I've also got these tiles down here. So if you've got a newer account, you're probably only going to see this, but you can still access all of the stuff that's on these tiles through this quick start menu and through your header menus up here. So I do want to point that out. That way nobody's confused as to why my dashboard looks a little bit different. Definitely a process that we're moving towards and making things more streamlined and better for you guys. Let's see. What else do I need to talk about here before we jump into the content here? Also, too, the holiday shipping deadlines are going to be coming out soon. So if you're not subscribed to the Zenfolio blog, definitely make sure that you subscribe to the Zenfolio blog, because our marketing team will put out a post with those deadlines where you need to have your orders approved in order for your clients to get them before the holidays. And the key to that is, when you see those deadlines, the key to it is that if you have order approval turned on, the orders need to be approved before that time. So there's a chance that your client could actually place an order, and if you don't approve it in the right amount of time, then they might not get it. So you need to make sure that, especially during the holidays, if you're using order approval, you want to make sure that you stay on top of that. All right, let's go ahead and get into today's topic about selling special edits and limited time prints. So what I'm talking about is, if you do like a portrait session where maybe you go in and you do some special editing and things like that, and obviously you're going to want to sell that higher than just the photo, at a higher tier rate than just the photo as it came right out of the camera. I mean, if you're going to spend some time on the image and post-processing, you're going to want to make sure that you make that back. And so you're going to want to offer those at a higher tier rate than just your normal images. And you can also offer these for a limited time, so it kind of gives your client some incentive to not wait around and to hurry up and purchase those photos before they're not available anymore. So first, let's talk about offering these at a different tier price. So what I'm going to do is go to photos really quick, and then if you scroll down here, I'm just going to go to this Jones wedding group that I've already got opened right here. And you can see inside of here, I've got two different galleries. So I've got just the normal image gallery, and I've got special edits available for a limited time. So what we want to do is we want to make these special edits. So let me just show you. If I click on the gallery here, you can see these are just the normal photos. And then if I go back here, these are the special edits here. So really quick, there were just some black and whites that were on here that I just kind of separated. Not anything super special, but definitely different from the normal images. So on this gallery right here, I've got this 3:2 aspect ratio price list on this gallery. The reason it says 3:2 is because all of the products that are in that price list are 3:2 aspect ratio. That way they match my photos, and I don't have to worry about any cropping issues or things like that. So what I want to do is I want to offer the same price list on these other photos right here, but I want to change the pricing to be just a little bit more expensive. So let me show you how to set that up. What I'm going to do is, just to get to this price list really quick, I'm just going to go right there on pricing enabled, and then we are going to go to, actually we're not going to use that link. We're just going to go to selling up at the top, and we're going to click right on price list. That's going to take us to where we can see the price list that we have. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this price list, and then we're going to raise the markup on it a little bit more. So I'm going to hit duplicate. It's going to create a copy of it, and then we need to come in here and raise the pricing. And you'll also want to rename this just to make sure that you know the pricing has been raised. Call it whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call it 3-2 special edits. All right, so we've got that set up. Now we just need to come in and raise the pricing a little bit. So I'm going to use probably just the pricing formula. So I've got the pricing formula set here. I'm just going to go up to pricing right here. And normally I'm at about 300% over base price. This time let's take this up and let's just do 500% over base price and hit apply. So that's going to change that pricing up a little bit. If I'm not satisfied with that, I can always come in and manually change the pricing too. So let's say if I don't want to, if I'm not quite happy with that, we could come in and manually change the pricing too if we wanted to. But I'm going to use that pricing formula just to make things simple and just to be able to do it all in one shot. Now, the next thing I want to do is make sure that I do that for all of the product categories. So for digital downloads, we need to come in here and we want to raise the price of this up a little bit. So we can just do that here. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to offer the full digital download on here, but I am going to offer the single image download. I'm going to set that to be 50. Now, next we're going to go down to home decor, and these are the metal prints. And let's just go ahead and raise these up as well to, let's try 500 and see how that looks. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's a little bit of an increase. It's not a giant jump, but it is a little bit of an increase. So now what I'm going to do is go on here and just go down to the bottom and click save. And then we're going to go and apply this to a gallery. Now, guys, if you are watching this and you've got questions about what I'm doing, why am I doing it a certain way, or if you've got any questions at all about your Zenfolio account, completely unrelated to the topic, definitely please make sure to get those questions in the chat so I can get those answered for you live today. If nothing else, just say hi, let us know where you're from, and we're glad to have you hanging out. But make sure you go ahead and get your questions in. Don't wait till I stop talking about this, because there is a bit of a delay, and if you wait too long, that delay catches up with you. All right, so let's hop back to the photos page now. So we're going to go back to the photos page. And what I'm going to do is just go right here to this special edits, and I'm going to apply that more expensive price list. So I'm going to say allow ordering, and there's that 3-2 special edits right there. Now I'm going to click save. So now, even though those two galleries offer the same products, one of the galleries is going to be a little bit more expensive, again, because there was some editing and things like that done. And I wanted to charge just a little bit more for them. But now, what if we want to maybe give our clients some incentive to hurry up and purchase those special edits? Make them feel like they're not always going to be there. So what I'm going to do is we can set this gallery right here up to actually be an expiring gallery. So I'm going to go to gallery access right over here. I'm going to switch from being on a photo to a gallery. We're going to go to gallery access, and we are going to choose this expiration option right here. Now I want to uncheck that same as containing group because I'm changing up the access a little bit. And then I want it to set it to expire. And let's say that I want to give my clients up until maybe a month. So maybe we want to do a month, which would be December 9th. Let's say I want to give my clients up till December 9th. So we're just going to leave that there to save. Click save right there. And so now not only does that special edits gallery have a more accelerated or higher tier price list on it, it's also set up to be expiring. So it's going to be available only for a limited amount of time. So now let me show you what this is going to look like to the clients. So first, what I want to do is turn off visitor sign-in. I'm not suggesting that you do that, but I don't really want to go through the sign-in process just to show you guys this gallery. So I'm going to turn that off for all of these really quick. But visitor sign-in, as I've showed you guys before in the past, is definitely a great thing to use to start building an email list. So let me just turn it off really quick though. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to get the link to this gallery. So I'm just going to click on it. I'm sorry, the link to this group. I'm going to click on the group right here. Come down to sharing and client access. Copy this over. And then I'm just going to open this up in a new incognito window. So I'm going to go File, New Incognito Window, because this is going to let me view it as an actual client logged out of my Zenfolio account. So now let me bring this over here and you guys can take a look. Man, I'm clicking a lot of random stuff today. You guys can take a look and see what it looks like. So here is the normal gallery right here. And I've actually titled this one Special Edits Available for a Limited Time. So if the client comes in here and they click on this gallery, they're going to get to the thumbnails page. They can click on a thumbnail. The pricing is going to show up over here. And this is just my standard normal pricing. But if they go to the special edit gallery, the first thing they're going to get is they're going to get a little pop-up at the bottom. Let me show you guys so you can see this. That lets them know that this gallery is only available for a certain amount of time, up into December 9th. And then this gallery is going to expire. Now the other thing too is if we click on an image right here, you're going to see once the price list loads that this is a different price list. So that full gallery download price list is not up there, and the single image is quite a bit higher than I had set the other one, as well as the products here. So again, this is a really nice way that if you do some special edits and things like that, not only can you offer them at a higher tier, a higher pricing tier, but you can also offer them to your clients for a limited amount of time and kind of give them incentive to hurry up and get their purchases in. All right, let me jump back to my dashboard really quick, guys, and see what's going on here in chat. Let me get back to the dashboard. All right, so Charles Harrell says he hears you fine. Good, I'm glad the mic's working fine. I was a little worried. I'm not quite sure why the intro music didn't play, so I'm going to have to go back and play with some settings on my broadcasting software and see why the intro didn't play the music. And then let's see, Cheryl says, hey, so yeah, we got Cheryl back with us today. So it's good to have Cheryl back. Home phone says, dude, you sound pretty good today. Yeah, I got a new mic, so that's why I was a little nervous about the sound, but hopefully it sounds good. Hopefully you guys can notice a little bit of a difference in the mic sound. And then Roxanne says, hey, Robert from Halton Hills, Ontario today. Hey, Roxanne, always glad to have you here hanging out with us on the live stream. She said, I just saw on your price list $300 for a full gallery download. Good idea. Yeah, absolutely, Roxanne. I like to offer my clients the option to purchase single image downloads as well as the full gallery download, with my ultimate goal being to push them towards the full gallery download, because obviously they're going to get it a lot cheaper than if they were to purchase each individual image the same. Not the same. Each individual image separately. They're going to get the full gallery download a lot cheaper, but it's probably going to be a little bit more money for me. And if you're not familiar with how to set up those digital products, there's actually a really great tutorial on our channel called Selling Digital Products and Downloads. It will walk you through it step by step, show you everything that you need to take into consideration when you're creating these. And digital products are really awesome. Not only do they let you sell your downloads, but you can apply a digital license to your download. We have some pre-built ones that are in there, and then you can also use your own license. And the really cool thing about our digital products feature is that when your clients go and they purchase them, then when they go and they purchase them, they have to agree to that digital license, but then they also get a copy of that digital license in the zip file. So I know, for instance, my wife has taken some of my photos to get printed, and the lab asked if she had a license from the photographer, which was something that we didn't think about because I'm her husband and she was just taking some of my photos to have printed, and they wouldn't print them until I actually made a license for her to take up there. And so that's what's really cool about the digital products, is it has your clients agree to that license, and then they can also get it in the download. So definitely check out that tutorial there as well on setting that up. All right, guys, I've got some email questions that I need to get to, But if you guys have any questions in chat, definitely please get those in so I can get those answered. But let me go ahead and grab an email question really quick. So the question I got here says, with the coming holidays, it may take me longer to approve orders. Is there a way to let my clients know this? So again, I want to go back to what I was saying previously about the holiday deadlines. That blog post is going to be coming out soon. You definitely want to make sure that you check out that blog post and you are aware of when the orders need to be in order for your clients to get them before December 25th. But the key thing is that if you have order approval turned on, your orders need to be approved by that time, not just placed by your clients, but actually approved by you, the photographer, in order to make sure that they get those on time. And as soon as that blog post is out there, I'll definitely share that out with you guys on YouTube. So I'll definitely share that out with you either on a live stream or maybe just a quick short video giving the holiday deadlines and things like that. But I'll definitely share that information out there with you guys. But yes, you can put a message in your shopping cart, so you can actually set up a custom message to display to your clients as they're checking out. So if there are going to be the delays and things like that, then what you can do is, if there are going to be delays, then what you can do is you can put this message in your shopping cart and your clients will see it as they're going through the checkout process. So where you find that information is if you go to settings and click on selling. Over on the left-hand side right here, there is shopping cart messages right here. And if you click on this, that is going to take you here. And the first one you'll see is delayed fulfillment. And this message is displayed to customers during checkout to let them know that the orders have to be approved before fulfillment. Wow, I just read that and I read that really terrible. Sorry about that, guys. But this is the one that you want to use if you're using order approval and you want to let them know that it's going to take a little bit longer than they are possibly used to. And in fact, what I really recommend, guys, is if you're using order approval, which I do recommend that you do, I really recommend setting up a standard approval time and setting that expectation with your clients. So what I like to tell all of my clients is that once they place the order, it's going to take me anywhere from 3 to 4 days to look at it and make sure everything looks good and approve it. And, so they need to take that time into account before their actual order is printed and then sent to them. So I set a standard 3 to 4 day approval time. I put that out there when I talk to my clients beforehand. That way they understand that there's going to be a little bit of approval time there. And then that way, sorry, I lost my train of thought. That way they understand that there's going to be that approval time. And, if you approve it faster, they're pleasantly surprised that they're getting their order faster than they thought. But if you need to take those 3 or 4 days to actually get caught up in whatever you're doing, maybe you've got a lot of edits to take care of. If you need to take that time, you've built that time in and the clients aren't freaking out because their order hasn't been sent to the lab or whatever. So definitely recommend setting that expectation up to start out with. But in the delayed fulfillment shopping cart message here, you can put any kind of message that you want for your client. So when they're going through the checkout process, they actually see this and it lets them know, hey, it's the holidays. I'm going to be out of town. Any order placed now until this time won't be approved until I return. Please expect delays. I apologize. Something like that. And that way you're upfront with your clients and they know what to expect and they don't have a freak out moment. All right, let me hop back to my dashboard here. So, Roxanne says, what is the email address to send in questions? So, Roxanne, you can actually reach out to me. Let's see if I can't get that up here. Where did it go? It is zenfolio.com/contact, and then you can put attention Robert in the subject line. So let me just put that here for you. Zenfolio.com/contact. Contact, and then just put attention Robert in the subject line if you've got a question you want to come directly to me, and I'll make sure that I respond back to that question. Also, for those of you guys who are watching the recorded version of the live stream, you can leave your questions in the comment section of the video below, and I will make sure to get those answered next week. For those of you guys who are watching now, if everybody could give the video a thumbs up, and if you have any friends that are photographers, definitely please share the video out on your Facebook page or your social media page. In fact, that would be really awesome, and I would be really appreciative if you guys could share the video as well. All right, so let's see. Let me get to another email question really quick. So the next question I have is there a way to prevent my clients from being able to crop their photos? They don't seem to do a very good job, and I always end up having to fix it. So absolutely. Again, this is going to go back to good building a good price list from the start. So whenever you're building your price list, I really recommend taking your camera's aspect ratio into consideration. That way, when you're building your price list, you add products that your images fit into without any cropping issues. Now, I understand sometimes you have clients who just want an 8x10 and they don't really understand what the difference is. And HomePhone says, am I watching the recorded video or is this live? So HomePhone, you are watching the live version of this. For sure, you're watching the live version of this. But some people watch the recorded version. If you guys are watching the recorded version, I'm not really sure how you can tell other than it just won't say live in there. But definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you're watching the recorded version, there's not going to be the live chat option either. And you just want to make sure that you put your questions in the comment. I get all the comments on the videos, and I will take those and answer those questions next week. Okay, so now let me get back to talking about the price list. So if you build your price list with your native aspect ratio in mind, it's really going to help cut down on cropping issues and confusion with your clients. Again, because your products are going to fit the prints and products that you offer to your clients. So your photos will just fit it. But, you know, I understand that there's those clients who want 8x10s, they want 5x7s and things like that. And if you want to really prevent them from being able to crop, there's two things that I would suggest doing. One would be making sure that you have order approval turned on, and then the other one would be setting a center or fit option. So if I go to selling right here, and we go to price list, and let me just click on a price list. So I'm going to click on my 3:2 aspect ratio price list right here. And first, we're going to turn the cropping option off of this price list so that clients don't get the option to crop. So I'm going to go under prints right here. We're going to go to this ordering options. And right here it says cropping. Now you can see I've got this one set to allow the customers to adjust cropping just because I probably haven't changed it. Since this is a 3:2 aspect ratio, I know that everything's going to fit the products that I have to offer, and all of my photos are going to fit. So I'm going to choose that fit option right here, and the clients will no longer get the option to crop. Everything's just going to fit onto the products that I offer. Now, if the photos that you have in your gallery don't match the products that you offer, the aspect ratio is a little bit different, and it's set to fit. It's going to force it to fit, and it could leave some white space around it, kind of like what you're seeing here. So that's one important thing to keep in mind there. So now after I've set this up, I'm going to go ahead and hit apply. And now my clients will no longer be able to crop the photos. They're just going to fit to the products that I offer. Now the next thing is making sure that price list settings, making sure that the order approval option is turned on. So you're going to go down here, and you are going to make sure that you're going to want to make sure that order approval is turned on. This way, if your clients order some prints and maybe the photos don't fit quite right, you have the option to review it. And if you have an advanced account or a pro account, you can go in and actually adjust that crop a little bit if you need to make it a little bit better than the way it was ordered. So those are two options that I definitely recommend having set up there, just to avoid cropping issues and things like that. All right, let me hop back to my dashboard. Let me see what's going on here in chat. HomePhone says it's been thumbed up. Man, I cannot talk today, so you guys are going to have to bear with me. I apologize. I didn't get in my normal pre-live stream routine where I say a bunch of crazy stuff and make a lot of funny faces. So you guys get to enjoy my stuttering and my very tongue-tied speech today. So I do apologize for that. Home Phone says, thanks for the clarification. Live it is. We've got Steph. I'm gonna try to say Walty, maybe. If that's really bad and I butchered that, please make fun of me and let me know. But she said Switzerland's in the house. That is awesome. I think that's the first time I've had anybody from Switzerland hang out with us, if I'm correct. Awesome to have you here hanging out with us, Steph. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. Cheryl says, little survey question. What print size is the most popular with your clients? That's a great question. If you guys have some input on that, I would definitely love to know. For me personally, it is the 8x12 because I don't offer 8x10s and I don't even give them the option. Okay, let me go ahead and grab another email question really quick. So the next question I got says, when I go to create a price list, it already has items on it. What are these items? Is this what I should be selling? Is this the recommended price to sell the item at? So when you go to create a price list, let me just show you really quick. So I'm going to go up here to selling and click on price list. And when you go to create a price list, you have two different options. You've got the add a new price list option right here, which I'll show you in just 1 second. And then you've got the add blank price list option. Now, if you want to start with a complete blank canvas, which is usually what I do, you want to go the blank price list route. That way you can just add the products that you want. The add new price list option is a pre-filled price list. So let me just show you what that looks like. This comes with what is our most popular products and things like that. And then it does come with a default price markup already on it. It's definitely not a recommendation of what you should be selling your products for. It's just the default that was set up. Please do some research. If you're just getting started, please definitely do some research in your local area. Talk to local photographers if you're just getting started, and please definitely make sure that you price yourself accordingly after you've done some research and talk to local photographers and things like that. If you know what you want to charge, you can definitely change this pricing, and I'm going to show you how to do that two different ways really quick. So the first way you can do it is you can use the pricing formula, which I've already showed you guys, but I'll show you again. We're going to go right here, expand this. Now you can see the wallet set of 4 is set for $3.58. And we're going to go up here to the pricing formula, which lets us put a percentage markup on it, or a fixed markup if we want to do both or one or the other. So if we use the fixed markup, that's going to add $2 to the base cost of each product. Or we can do a percentage markup, which is going to add whatever percent we want to the base markup. I usually like to go with the percentage markup. So just so this is really obvious, let's go ahead and first let me see what the pricing is here, $3.58. Let's go in here and let's make this a really crazy markup so you guys can see the difference here. So I'm just going to do an 800% markup and round it to the nearest dollar. So now you can see right here that wallets have gone up from $3.58 to $8. Again, this is not a recommendation of what you should be charging. I really strongly recommend that you talk to some local photographers, get involved with a Facebook group, go out, find some guys to go shooting with, or some find a local group to go out and shoot with, and really talk to some of the local photographers and find out what the market's like in that area and things like that. Take that information, don't copy it, but use it to formulate your pricing and what you're going to charge for your time and your products and things like that. Now, as far as the products on this, again, this is just some suggested products. You don't have to leave them on there. You can remove them if you want, or you can go in and you can add more products if you want to add more products. So that price list is just kind of to get you started as an example of what a price list could look like and how you can raise the pricing and things like that. Now, the other way that you can change your pricing is through the profit or selling price section. So you don't have to use that blanket formula markup. What you can do is you can say, okay, I know on an 8x10 that I want to make at least, let's say we want to make at least $19 profit. You put $19 in the profit box and you can see the selling price goes up. Let's say we're taking a look at that and we've done some research and we think, well, you know what? After looking at that, I know that I could sell my 8x10 for at least 25. So you could come over here to that and put in 25, and that's going to show you what the profit would be there. So that's the other way that you can change the pricing on that price list to meet your needs and to be closer to what you need it to be. And then once you're finished, obviously you just scroll down to the very bottom and click save. I'm going to cancel out of this one because I don't want this price list to save. Hey, if you guys have any more questions about price list, about pricing and things like that, definitely please let us know. I love talking about price lists and setting up the options and things like that, so definitely let me know. Let me catch up what's going on here in chat really quick. So let's see. Cheryl says, I sell a lot of 5x7s for desk size prints and 16x20s for wall prints. That's definitely, 16x20s is definitely a pretty common one, although I think mine is the 16x24. I think is what it is. I don't have that aspect ratio chart memorized. That's bad. I probably should. But yeah, I sell some 16x24s of some exploring shots that I've done. Let's see. John says, I sold two 40x60 canvas wraps this week. John, that is awesome. I would love to see the photos that you sold. That's awesome, man. Congrats. That's really great to hear. Yeah, I'd love to check them out and see which one sold for sure. That's amazing. He said Upper Michigan Landscape, Pictured Rock National Lake Shore. That is awesome. So yeah, amazing. All right. Yeah, guys, if you guys had anything exciting go on this week, if you guys made any awesome sales like Mr. John McCormick did, or if you got some really cool clients, or maybe you had something that didn't go so great that week, please throw it out in the chat. We're all photographers. We like talking about those kind of things. And I like to see you guys talking amongst yourselves in the chat. It's awesome to see that. Okay, Roxanne says, how do I create a coupon again, please? Absolutely, Roxanne. So let me show you how to create that coupon. What I'm going to do is, let me just go down here and we're going to go up to selling and we're going to click on coupons and campaigns. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click the add new coupon here. So I'm just going to go add new coupon, and that's going to create a coupon. And then we have two different options here. Hey, Mark, I apologize. There is a bit of a delay, so you guys keep that in mind. It's about, I think, almost a minute, but not quite, maybe 45 seconds between the time you hear me talking about things and then the chat is pretty up to speed that I can see, but by the time you guys hear me talking about something, there's about a 45-second delay, just to let you guys know. Okay, Roxanne, so we're in the coupon section here, and what we're going to do is we are going to say number to create. There's two different types of coupons if you have an advanced account. So there's an individual coupon, which means it's a single coupon, and then there's a coupon campaign, which is going to be multiple coupons that you can set up to each have a single use. Now, for this purpose, I'll go through setting up the individual coupon campaign. I'm sorry, individual coupon, not a coupon campaign. Man, I've got to make sure that I start getting back in the habit of doing my pre-live warm-ups because I am talking terrible today. Okay, so the name of the coupon is really not that important. Your clients aren't going to see this at all. Really what it's for is it's for your internal organization. So if you are going to, create a bunch of coupons and things like that, later on down the road when you're doing a report and things like that, it's probably good to be able to look back and, he said it's also it's going to be important to be able to look back and see why you created those coupons. That way, if you're looking through your sales reports and things like that, you don't end up scratching your head and be like, oh, why did I give this person a 30% discount? So if I was creating this for maybe a bride or a bride and groom that I just shot their wedding or something like that for, maybe I would put something like, the Smith wedding here. And then in the description, you could say maybe they were prior service Prior Service Army or something like that. That way you get a really good idea of why you created this coupon and why you gave that client a discount. That way, if you ever need to look back at that information, you have it there available to you. So next we're going to go down to the coupon code. Now the coupon code is what you're going to send to your clients. So you definitely want to make sure that you make it something that you feel good about sending your clients and not something silly like something funny that might offend them that you might think is funny. But so the coupon code is what you're actually going to send to your client. I usually use a combination of their last name, the number of the discount that I'm going to give them, and then the year. So what I'm going to do is just say Smith, Smith 3017. Let's just do that. And now if I go down here, we're going to select currency. Obviously, I'm going to use dollar, but here are the other currencies that you can create a coupon in. And we're going to go discount products. And for this coupon, I'm going to give them a 30% discount right there. So we're going to do 30%. Now, you can do shipping discount if you want. I stay away from it. I always end up losing money, and I'm never happy about it. So I stay away from the shipping discount, but that option is there if you want. Next, I'm going to go down to the applicability section. And let's say for this coupon, I really only want the bride and groom to be able to use it and get 30% off of my digital products. I don't want them to be able to use it for prints or packages or anything like that. So I can come right here and uncheck all these options, and they can only use it on digital downloads. Now, the other thing we can do too is we can make it to where, if we don't want this coupon to be valid, maybe we don't want it to be valid in that special edits section, that special edits gallery. Maybe we only want them to use it on their normal photos. I'm not suggesting that at all. I'm just showing that this is an option that you can control which gallery this coupon can function in. If I selected the group, they could use it on both of these here. But if I only wanted them to use it on a single gallery, I could select that gallery there and hit select. Hey, Mark, really quick on your question about making prototypes such as coffee mugs. Before I get finished with the coupon section, do you mind clarifying that just a little bit so I can make sure I'm able to get that answered for you when I get finished talking about coupons? Okay, so we've got this coupon set up to where it can only work in this specific gallery, only works for digital downloads, and it's going to give them a 30% discount. Now we can come down here, and this is actually the most important part of the coupon section. So no matter what you do above, you want to make sure that you pay really close attention to this part right here, because this is going to be the difference between letting them use the coupon over and over and over again, or only using it once and getting that discount once. If you want them to get that discount only one time, you can come right here and put in the number 1, and that no limit becomes unchecked. Once your clients use this coupon, they get the discount, but they can't use it again. They can't give it out to their friends and family to come back and use. Now, if you leave the no limit on, that coupon can be used over and over and over again until you come in and turn that off. Now, I'm not saying you should never set up a no limit coupon. One of my favorite coupons to create is a no limit coupon that can be used over and over again, as long as you've got an order minimum down here, meaning they can use this coupon as many times as they want. As long as I get $100 from them, they can keep using it. And that's a really awesome, powerful coupon, because you don't have to go in and make it again if you don't want to. You can leave this coupon, make it generic, and send it out to whoever you want, because every time they use it, you know you're going to get at least $100. So anyway, Roxanne, I hope that gave you some information on how that works. So after you've got the coupon set up, what you would do is you would come up here and you can copy the coupon code here if you want, or click save. That's going to take you back to the coupon page right here. You can copy the coupon code right here, go to photos, and you can send them out an invite. So if I go to this gallery right here and I say invite, and I actually created a custom gallery invite. There's a really good tutorial on our YouTube channel creating custom gallery invites and things like that. But It's really useful. It's going to save you a lot of time there. So what I'm going to do is just click on the bride and groom with coupon, and that's going to put in this default message down here, and I can change the coupon code if I want right here like that, except I don't want it to paste 100 times. So let me just get rid of that and then change this to 30. And then you would just enter the client's email address, send it to them, and then they would use that coupon code on checkout to get that 30% discount on digital downloads or whatever you wanted to designate it for. All right, let me get back out of this really quick here, and hopefully, Roxanne, that gave you all the information that you wanted. If not, definitely please feel free to ask me to elaborate and clarify in the chat there for you. All right, let me hop back to my dashboard and see what's going on with you guys in chat here really quick. So let's see. He said, I wanted to be able to promote mugs for Christmas with, say, a logo with a prototype to be able to post elsewhere on the internet. So, basically, Mark, there's not a way in Zenfolio to really apply your image to the mugs that we offer for sale. You know what I would probably end up doing in this case is just going and getting that image that's there and applying, you know, doing something in Photoshop and then putting it on a custom page or something like that. Or you could even put it in the galleries. I know I've showed you guys how to do the gallery banners and things like that. You could definitely throw it in the gallery as an image in the banner section. Mark, if you want to let me know a little bit more how you fulfill, if you're using the vendors or if you're self-fulfilling, you know, there's a couple of options we could talk about there. So I think I understand what you're trying to do. Just let me know a little bit more how you fulfill, if you have a specific vendor outside of Zenfolio that you use, or if you're using the built-in vendors. I'll definitely be happy to try to talk some more about that. All right, let me grab another email question really quick. So the next question I've got says, let me see here. How come when one of my clients download the web resolution images with the watermark, how come the file name is changed? So if you guys aren't aware, there's several different ways you can turn downloading on, and that's actually what this whole month's video tutorial series is all about. So yesterday, the video came out about turning on free downloading and gallery access. Next week, I'm going to show you how to allow free client downloading using a digital product and a coupon, which is definitely the route that I 100% would recommend you do, because it forces your client to read and agree to your image license, and also gives them a copy of that license when they download it. But then there's a third way of actually allowing downloads. It's a low resolution download that you can turn on in the account. And if you go to photos, and let me just pull up a gallery really quick and show you. Any gallery with a price list, it's going to be in your quick shop setting. So if I go to this gallery and I go to quick shop right here, I can actually turn on the low resolution downloading here. And if your photos have a watermark applied to them, that watermark will be on the download as well. So if I go to options, quick shop, I set downloads to show, and then let me go down here and apply this. And then after that, you would need to publish it, but a visitor could then click on this little logo right here, this little icon, and they're going to see these downloading options right here, which are the web resolution files that your clients can download, the smaller versions of your files. And yeah, to be clear, I definitely don't recommend giving away digital files. They are not worthless. You should definitely sell your digital files and use digital products and sell digital products. I definitely don't recommend giving those away for free. But if you include them in your packages and things like that, or if you include them in your session fees and things like that, there are ways in Zenfolio to definitely do that. But okay, so this is the low resolution file right here. And what these are is whenever you upload an image to Zenfolio, we actually take that image and we process it and we create 9 different display images. So if I go in here, you can see these are some of the display image sizes that we create. Now, when we create those and we store those on our system, they can't have the same name that the original file that you uploaded has. Otherwise, it would just confuse everything and keep showing the wrong image and things like that. So when your clients download those lower resolution files, they're downloading a generated version of the original image, but the file name is going to be different because it's stored on our system and it can't interfere with the original file. So that's why that file name is going to be different. All right, let me jump back here in chat. So Mark says, yes, built in. So yeah, Mark, unfortunately with the built-in bugs and things like that, there's not really a way within Zenfolio to actually get your photo up on them if that's what you wanted to do and kind of show a preview. Probably what you would need to do would be do something in Photoshop and then either upload it to a gallery or a custom page or something like that. Is definitely probably what you would need to do there. So, and if you want to, Mark, too, definitely feel free to reach out to me. Go to zenfolio.com/contact, and then you can put attention, Robert. If you want to talk about that a little bit more, maybe I'm misunderstanding what you're wanting to do. I'm definitely happy to email back and forth and try to figure out a solution for what you're wanting to do. All right, Roxanne says, and before I read your question, Roxanne, guys, we've got probably about 6 more minutes left. So if you have any questions, it's definitely time to get those in the chat now. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss those video tutorials in our live stream. And then also, guys, we are now available in iTunes. So it's really awesome because that new content is going to be automatically delivered into your phone or your iPad or wherever you subscribe to podcast. You'll actually get an instant download once the content has been published right to your phone, your iPad, and a notification of that new content. So it's a really great way to make sure that you don't miss any of the video content. Okay, so Roxanne says, is there a way to identify in my contact list who visited which gallery? So what you can do, Roxanne, is, yeah, absolutely. If you've got visitor sign-in turned on, you can actually filter your contact list by the gallery. So let me show you how to do that really quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to Communications, click on Contact List, and then what you can do right here is you can actually go and say, let's see, let me see only the people who visited this group or just a specific gallery in that group. So if I click this, it's going to show me anybody who visited the group or any of the galleries inside of this. And then you click apply and it's going to filter that list right here to show the people who have visited that gallery or a gallery inside of there. So that's how you can tell on that contact list who visited what gallery, is just by filtering it. And it's actually a good way if you want to email a specific target client group. You can filter it by the gallery, select those emails, and then go and shoot them an email based on their interest of whatever gallery that they were doing the visitor sign-in through. So that's as long as you have visitor sign-in turned on. And if you missed last week, I think it was last week, if you missed last week where I showed how to do a opt-in email list, you should definitely go back and check out the live stream last week because it is really cool. You can use visitor sign-in to basically build an opt-in email list and things like that. All right, let me go back to my dashboard here really quick. And let me see if I've got any more email questions here. Hopefully that answered your question, Roxanne. If I missed that, if you're talking about something with visitor sign-in or like Google Analytics or things like that, or our visitor tracking, that's a little bit different. And I see Cheryl already answered that in the chat for you. But you can definitely go to your communication contacts list and filter it by gallery to see who signed in from what gallery. All right, the next question I got here says, and this is probably the last email question I can get to today, guys. It says, why was the downloading process changed? So Zenfolio, and I think I had a question about this last week, but let me just go ahead and make sure I answer this question. So we changed the process of the free gallery access downloading. So if you guys aren't familiar with that, I just put out a tutorial on how that works. We changed it to this new process because what was happening was the old process, all of the files were processed on the fly as your client was inside of the gallery. Those images were processed, and then your client would actually start downloading them as they were being processed. So if your client wasn't able to maintain a strong and steady connection, if they were using Wi-Fi, if they were on their phone, trying to download these images, it was causing a lot of issues because it was corrupting the files and things like that because they weren't able to maintain that strong and steady internet connection. So the new process, your clients enter their email address, and then we actually email them a link when all of the files have been processed and they're ready to be downloaded. That link goes out to them, and they are able to download them without having to maintain a strong internet connection. I mean, that always helps. I definitely always recommend to people that if you're downloading large files, hardwiring into your internet is going to be the best way to go. I understand some people don't have that option, but if you can hardwire, definitely hardwire, and don't use Wi-Fi if it's a possibility. But this way, even if they lose their internet connection, if it goes in and out, it's not going to cause those corrupted files, and they're not going to have near as many issues with that. So that's why the downloading was changed to this new process. All right, let me see here. So let me make sure that I am caught up in chat. Yep, so, all right, guys. So unfortunately, we are out of time today. I'm going to try not to run over like I've been doing. Unfortunately, we are out of time. I want to say thank you to Roxanne, to Mark, to Home Phone. It's always good to have you here, Home Phone, hanging out with us. Thanks to Cheryl for coming in and moderating. And thank you, John. And let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Steph from Switzerland, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. And let's see, Charles. So I hope you guys found this live stream helpful. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We do these every week, every Thursday, same time, same place. Until then, I hope you guys all have a great and wonderful and safe weekend. And I'll see you guys all here next week.